Hey, welcome back to the Core Time Life with me, Chuck TP. As you can see, it's early mornings, man. One thing about what we do is, with the first one in and the last one out. As you can see, just going to the venue, the truck was already pulling up. Mr. PM Luzuko, I've been working a lot with these guys. You can see just prepping the truck to be offloaded. This is just structure, and then we had another truck with tech, and everything that we had to offload. I didn't get. As soon as we get into the venue, Caesar took me to kind of like a rooftop where we can access the top of the venue. As you can see, just scouting the venue, making sure that we understand where everything is, going to the top of the venue and making sure that we're there, placing everything, every flag case, just understanding what we have. This was a beautiful, view from the top. Yes, again, Caesar just leading the way as always. Shout out to Caesar, man. No, it's cool working with this guy, bro. He's a cool guy. I like this guy. You check what I mean? Show me some places where we can place maybe amps or anything if we want to really go crazy, because we're going to hang the PA. As you can see, this is kind of like at the top of the venue. You can kind of like see a beautiful kind of like overview of the venue. I took some selfie videos. I don't usually do good with this ones. But it was cool out there. Just wanted to have, some, selfie videos right there. Yeah, so we did our planning. We're thinking of hanging the PA, maybe putting the amps at the top, seeing if we can actually get the amps at the top with the cherry picker. You can see the guys downstairs actually prepping the stage, laying it out. This is how we find venues and we transform them. You will see from this what comes out of, all of that. You can see the chairs, the venue. We're expecting like 5,000 people. Went down, placed all our PAs. These are some of the guys we're working with and just making sure that everything is in place. We started with the PA. Once we got the points where we're actually going to hang, started with the PA again with the soldier, Caesar, and some lucky crew guys who were just helping us there. Started by placing all of the boxes that we wanted to actually hang, how we're going to hang, what are the angles we're going to deal with, and what we're actually doing. Started getting onto the PA. I think that's the V25s that we were hanging from JBL. I think we had if it's not S28 subs that we were going to run through this. It's actually a conference. You can see there preparing front of house. Went back. We waited a little bit for other people to hang, and then we started hanging the PA, just putting the motors there and making sure that we can hoist everything. I think we were running 4, if not 3 boxes, 4 stacks or 4 hangs of those. Yeah, that's 4 boxes right there. We were doing 4 hangs of 4 boxes each. Just to cover the whole room, because the whole room is actually pretty wide. After hanging the PA, configured the amps through Performance Manager to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be at. Things were coming together. The screens were up. We're starting to see some visuals. The lights were up. The trussing was up. So you can see a lot of chairs. Cameras were up at this point. The room is kind of like taking shape. There's my PA that I'm going to be mixing through with. Shout out again to everybody who helped with that. And the whole team, the whole team just working with these guys is fun. Like I said, expecting 5,000 people. I did walk the room. Front of house was looking a little bit messy in the morning. Didn't get a chance to actually really play with front of house. I wanted to make sure this is early in the morning before everybody walked in. Like I told you, I like being like first in the venue. I can do things that sometimes it's not really easy to do when people are there. Tune the PA, really listen to the PA, do what you can do with an empty room before everybody starts walking in there. Again, just walk the room, make sure that my amplifiers are on. Had some front fields again, the screens are on, the amp racks are on. So you can see still a real bit messy at the back. We're gonna clean it up before the show starts, make sure that our cables are in cable tracks, make sure that everything is rolled nice, our 3-phase, so I was just checking my amp racks. This is basically behind the stage. Make sure that I put every amp where I can go to. Just double checking everything on the amplifiers. Those are the V-Rex. You have seen me work on the V-Rex. As you can see, now we have support people coming in. Front of us is taking shape. We have other departments, and straight to it. We started the conference. It was a pretty full house. 5,000 people. I can attest to that. A little bit of a challenge for me. First time doing a gig like this. A conference like this with speakers. But I had fun. Just doing something for like TV and just, being able to, present the speakers and everybody with clarity for 5,000 people. Of course, there's always challenges, but we always, overcome challenges. That's why they call us engineers, because we have to troubleshoot, and at the same time to take some cool videos. Mixer I was using is the SQ5 from Allen & Heath. Told you in previous videos, man, I'm falling in love with Allen & Heath. Whatever they're doing with their ranges is pretty cool. It's nifty that you can actually just go through consoles and be able to get their workflow from all of their consoles. And that was the day. Didn't really, take a lot of speeches on stage. Yeah, it was a pretty cool day. That's another call time day. Appreciate it if you watched until this time. Much love.